What's up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite podcast in the whole world, the CoGPod.
Nick, get off Twitter.
How'd you know it was Twitter?
Tweeting.
I could tell.
He's a Twitterholic.
He's fucking lost his mind lately. All he does is tweet. Oh, God.
He's like,
it.
you can talk directly to
we
famous
have to
people.
redo it
I know,
again
right?
because now all he does, I'm like, we would need to make it to where he tweets, and now that's all he does, and he won't stop.
I know.
It's okay. I'm all right with that.
Obsession.
I'd rather that than... I don't know.
There.
He threw his phone.
Seriously?
There's a
I
bed
missed-
back there, as you know.
I
There's a
missed
bed.
it.
Remember, this is the same cam he uses for his other shows.
You
And
know.
The bed's right there.
Yeah, I just
Those
moved
shows.
slightly.
The other half
He
of our
zooms
audience.
in like he showed us earlier.
Oh, God, I wish we could post video of you doing that zoom in and out thing.
I didn't
That was
record
great.
video.
I know.
I could have.
Well, I can do it
Why
again later.
No,
Next
why
live
not?
show, I'll do that. That's how I'll make my entrance. I'll be like, hold on, I'm coming
Nick's
upstairs.
live show.
Nick does live shows all the time online.
I do.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$8.99 a minute,
girl.
American.
Damn girl.
$8.99. What year?
Damn,
is
you're
this?
expensive.
What year is this? Remember, that's Canadian.
Oh, never mind. That's normal price.
No, it's American. That's American.
That's still like $5.99.
So what's up? Anything cool happened this week? I got a couple stories, but I'm not going to go first because I always do.
You played
snowed.
Monster Hunter.
Okay.
I guess
It
it's still
snowed?
a Monster Hunter. And snow here, yeah.
Oh.
Boring.
Is it over yet with the winter?
Yeah, it
bullshit?
actually stopped snowing because I left and came back before you got home.
But that picture you you posted in chat today was snow today.
It's
Yeah,
very
that was
official.
like-
Mission.
Is this a submission, a formal submission of the picture?
9:30 or something.
Oh. I want snow.
No,
No, you
I
don't.
know.
No, you don't, because no one would know how to
Not
drive,
allowed.
and then everyone would die.
Yeah.
They don't
that
know how
might
to
be a
drive
good
when
thing.
it sprinkles.
Yeah.
They lose their
It would
shit
be.
here.
No, yeah, it's great if it snows because the whole city shuts down and you get to stay
Well,
home from work. that
No,
night.
and then the idiots that drive around because Austin has a lot of
Do
really
you?
bad
Like,
drivers. It's
They
like
shut down their whole state.
Do they
Yeah.
even
Yeah, but
sell
if they
snow
go and
tires
drive-
there?
no,
No,
it's
why
like
not?
Darwinism though. They'll just crash into shit and die, and then we'll be,
Well,
we'll trim down the population of idiots.
The thing is, it happens so infrequently here that it's better to just close the city for a day than it
It's
would
cheaper
be
to just close the
to
city.
invest
You guys
in
just go into a
infrastructure
state
and
of
trucks
emergency
and-
because there's like
Yeah.
half an inch of snow on the ground.
Not even. There could be a possibility.
No,
and they'll shut down.
freezing rain, they'll do it.
Oh,
Like if it's
Well, I
below
can understand
freezing,
that ice
it's
is no
rained.
joke.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's like thawing already, it's
They'll shut down anyway. They just
Thawing
want
already
to take
snow.
a day off.
yeah. I mean, we take the most ridiculous like fake holidays off also. So
Yeah, there's one coming up on the 19th.
what is it?
what is it?
I don't remember.
Which one is that? Is that San Jacinto Day?
I don't remember. It's not a real one, I don't think.
There's we do Cesar Chavez Day, San Jacinto.
Are they all made up
Confederate-
by Texas?
Confederate Heroes
Confederate
Day,
Heroes Day is
which
one.
is the day before MLK.
Actually, one year it was the same day because one of them was rotating and floating.
Leap year.
The other one's a fixed date. Yeah. No, we should take leap day off. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. There's a bunch though.
Texas has the weirdest ones.
State holidays.
When I was in school, like in high school, we didn't get MLK because we didn't have any black students in our school. But we would take a week off for the county fair
Oh,
because
my
so many
goodness.
people had to show their animals. that
Oh
they would
my
take a
gosh.
week off. I'm not even kidding. That's real.
That-
You
that
know
sounds
you
like-
grew up there
real bad.
when?
Yeah. Right.
Hashtag Texas.
For real. Oh my god! Have you guys seen Thor Ragnarok?
Oh no,
Yes.
I don't watch movies.
We watched that this week.
Yeah. There were at the beginning when Carl Urban was talking about the guns he got from a land called Texas.
He said Texas, but it's Texas. It's like these two
It's two
machine
M16s.
guns.
Yeah.
It's funny how they turned out to be like one of the most powerful things in the Marvel universe in other...
I know, right?
Wow,
Like-
I was like,
spoilers.
"Go Texas, go!"
Yeah, but
Ruined
he
it
ran out of
for
ammo.
me.
I mean, that's what
Well, I
happens.
mean, yeah, they don't have.
He
infinite ammo.
fired a lot more bullets than
What it holds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Then we also
most
watched.
movies.
I mean, it wasn't
ever
John
just-
Wick.
Do you ever just count bullets in a clip?
Yeah,
The best is 6-shooters, and they shoot like 70 times.
I count. You know why I count now, though? Do you know who taught me to count?
Archer?
Archer taught you to count?
Yeah, because
One.
he's always counting the bullets, even if he doesn't consciously do it.
Oh,
And he talks
okay.
about it pretty often in the TV show, and so
Mhm.
now I pay attention to
He's like,
that.
what, am I the only one who does that?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's
But
pretty
no.
smart.
Yeah, John Wick is the best like gun handling movie.
More accurate than any other ones.
He reloads all the time. He handles weapons like. Have you seen all the clips of Keanu like training?
Man, it's so pro.
Oh, they're so cool.
Did you see
Super
the
impressive.
new Deadpool had a ad come out?
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw
and he's
that.
doing
Yeah.
the fucking flash dance with bullets just pouring down on him.
That's
Shells.
just the trailer or the
Bullet shells.
bullets.
Whatever.
Casings,
It could be
whatever
either
you want
one.
to call them.
Doesn't
Wait, were
matter.
they from a
Gun-
shotgun or were they
gun
from a
experts.
not shotgun?
A
Not
shotgun.
Then they're not shells.
Cartridge.
That's why I said casings.
There you go.
Whatever.
That's why I
Bullet
corrected myself
shooting-
for all
shooting.
you gun nerds out there, because you
Shooting
get triggered
guns.
by
Do
people
you-
that don't know
Yeah,
guns.
don't call them clips.
Do you
either.
guys want
That's
to
why I said
know,
clips.
since you're counting bullets and stuff, do you guys want to know a fact that might save your life one day?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you are being chased by someone with a shotgun, normally they'll have 4 shots in a pump shotgun. But if they're a criminal, they'll have 8.
Actually, it doesn't matter if they're a criminal or not.
Yeah.
Again, we're in Texas, so a lot
You
of
can
them
just
are
take the choke
modified.
out. Actually, it's not even modifying them. It's just you have to have different.
Is it even a law
Plug.
there? Do they have plugs
It's a
there?
plug. Yeah, they have plugs, but it depends on what game you're shooting and what type of shells you're using.
No.
Like I believe birding, you can only have 4 or 5.
Is that really called birding?
Yeah, for bird shot stuff, and I think ducks you can only have like 3 or 2 or something.
Yeah. Here you got to have a
Or, I
plug
don't
in
know.
at all times, even when it's in storage. So
Well, you
I
always
think
have
you
to wear a plug.
probably do.
what?
But yeah, you just take the plug out and you can hold as many as you want. That it holds 7, 8.
Shit.
We liked Thor a lot, and then we were like, let's catch up on everything
Nice segue.
else that we were talking about Thor.
We're
That's how we
all
got
about
on machine
segues
guns.
here.
And then we watched the SpiderMan Homecoming movie, which I wanted to hate because Tobey Maguire was my favorite Spider-Man, but this kid actually did a really good job, and it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
But Aunt
was
May's
good.
hot. That can't be
And
a
May's
thing.
hot. I told
She
what's
can't
wrong
not.
with
I told him
hot.
at one point.
Marissa Tomei, what the fuck?
It was like a little over halfway through the movie when he was getting ready for Homecoming, right? And they had her in like these high-waisted pants.
the
and this
whole
tight
movie.
ass,
She was in the high-waisted
yeah,
pants.
and like a tight tank top. And I'm like, they're really trying to make her not hot, but it's just not working. Like, they even have like big glasses on her,
And apparently, she's not allowed to wear a bra
No.
and in ever.
even though she's like 53.
Yeah, she is. Did y'all know she was that old?
I did not know that.
She looks younger than that. She
Well,
looks
yeah.
good for her age.
Mhm.
But I mean, she has a team that works for her. We could all look that good for that age if we had a
They've
team.
got a team that
I
exercises
do look
their
that good
boobs
for
and
that
stuff.
age.
So now we're all caught up, right? We're ready for... What's the next one? The Avengers, what's it called?
Oh, Black Panther,
And then...
Infinity War
And when is Deadpool?
Never.
next, but it's not in that.
This is a
universe.
quiz.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of movies
I
coming.
know. Deadpool's like May 18th. I want to
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
That's right.
that sounds
Black
right.
Panther is
Yeah,
next
that's
week
probably wrong.
or 2 weeks. I don't know when. February 18th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War is June,
I think.
possibly? I'm
Wait.
super stoked for that.
Aren't XMen Marvel or
Yes, but okay. Mutants
right?
are under a different licensing agreement than the Marvel comic universe. So
Oh.
X-Men, Deadpool, Wolverine, they were all separately owned.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
so
they
confusing.
can't be combined. But some of them are both. Like Quicksilver is in both
Hmm.
because
Oh, I liked Quicksilver a
he's
lot.
considered, and the Scarlet Witch also,
Oh,
both
but
of them.
isn't X-Men back with them now? Didn't
No.
they come to an agreement?
No, they came to an
Scarlet
agreement.
Witch will be in Infinity War, won't she?
Yeah, but she was in the other Marvel comic
Yeah.
universe. But you liked the X-Men Quicksilver. That's the one that was the dude from
Evan
American
Peters.
Horror
American
Story.
Horror Story. Yeah.
Evan
Yeah,
Peters.
he's
Yes.
good.
Woo,
He was
he's
good.
smoking
The
hot.
other Quicksilver was
Smoking
the
hot.
brother of Scarlet Witch that in Age of Ultron.
Hmm.
Who played him? I don't even
I don't
remember
know.
him.
He's silver hair. something.
Forgettable. Whatever. You're not Evan Peters.
Yeah. So Sony owned Spider-Man separately,
Oh, okay.
but he's the one they came to an agreement with because Sony's hard up for money. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not doing so
But
hot.
weren't they all bought by Disney?
Marvel Comic Universe was bought by Disney. I don't.
Because I heard
Think-
Hugh Jackman say that he would come back as Wolverine now because they are able to do X-Men.
I don't know how that whole deal went,
I don't
but
know
they're still
either.
making like first class stuff. I think
Hmm.
separately.
He's the best Wolverine.
Yeah,
He is
the
the
only
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, that we've ever known. In my heart, forever.
Everyone
wonder if he'll
after
be in
him will
Deadpool
be
2
Jared
also.
Leto.
Ugh.
God damn. Jared Leto's just gonna make a career of playing like
It's
after
Yeah,
Leto, whatever.
he's
It's Leto.
he's the slope actor. Like when someone makes a peak, he comes in right after and makes the slope.
He gets sloppy seconds.
Come on,
Whatever
was
he's
he
making
really
that
that
money that
bad?
I'm not making.
I never saw it, but I'm afraid.
Nick, was he
Of
ever
what?
that bad?
Suicide
Ooh.
Squad.
Oh,
Jared
Jared
Leto.
Jared Leto.
He,
it looked bad.
I mean, he was all right.
That's a good movie.
They give him nothing to work with, like, and they cut like 90% of his.
Yeah, I heard
scenes.
I heard they shouldn't have even had him in the movie. Basically,
No,
like the way they cut it, it was unnecessary to even have the Joker in the movie.
it was completely not his fault. I really shouldn't
Yeah.
rag on him for that.
Mm.
I'm sure he didn't come in and say, "Hey, let's take the Joker and shitify him." Like,
Yeah, right.
I'm sure that wasn't his
No.
intention.
The best role that Jared Leto was when he was the blonde dude in Fight Club.
No.
He was when he had bleach blonde
Can we
eyebrows
just
and
talk,
hair.
like-
No, he was really good.
Fight Club, there, we're done.
Yeah,
He was really good in Requiem for a Dream. Super good in that. And then best ever was when he was Jordan Catalano in My So-Called Life, which is like...
Wait,
dear
he's in other
to my
movies?
heart.
I don't know actors.
No,
Can,
that's a TV show that got canceled that meant everything to me. And I still watch it
I
over
thought that
and
was
over
Buffy
again.
the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, but this one too was like legit the best ever. And there was like an uprising to keep it going. Oh, didn't we get a question?
We-
about
I think we
that?
did.
Holy shit, hold on.
Hold on
We
one
could
second.
segue into that.
Before, we can't forget the movie where Batman killed the Joker, American Psycho.
That's a good
Yeah.
movie. Feed me a stray
Yeah.
cat.
That is a weird movie. Did it
Yeah.
happen? Did it all happen? Or no?
It's.
I
I
don't
think it's
think
up
so,
to
no.
our interpretation. I think it didn't. He just was rich, so he got off with it.
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
But I haven't read the book either.
No, me
Who
neither.
reads?
So I don't know. Yeah.
None of us.
No.
I heard it's real fucked up. Like even worse than the movie.
So let's just answer this question since I accidentally talked about it. So Laz said, name some shows that you believe ended prematurely and deserve reboots or redos, like on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. So My So-Called Life, and then I looked up some other ones. Somebody go ahead and say Firefly.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever.
It's funny because I don't like
Um,
Firefly.
That's.
I
I didn't
ruined
like it
now
at all.
Anyway.
I hated it.
I started to watch it and I'm like, I got bored.
Jericho, wonderful. Bring that back. I would. And then also Jeremiah was really good and got canceled straight away. Psych didn't go on long enough.
Psych was pretty
I don't know. I
long.
think Psych had resolution. I think they wrapped up Psych pretty well.
So NCIS can go for 20 years, but you're in Psych, which was like better.
You know,
Yeah, but
you
I mean,
can't compare it
What,
that
what would you
way.
rather have? Yeah.
I'd rather have Psych.
No, I mean, what would
Give
you rather
something
have?
like
A
one
show
or
that
two seasons
that finishes
then
and
bring it
has
back.
yeah. Like, would you rather have a show that like ends and has resolution and actually they write an ending to, or something that the characters eventually just all go and it's left to some hodgepodge cast and
Neither. I want my shows to go on forever with the same people
like
forever.
like do you want
Until they
you want to go the
die.
way of
People
Scrubs?
But like
die.
no, like Jericho and Jeremiah both just ended. Like they didn't even plan for them to get canceled. They just
Yeah.
stopped.
Well, most don't. They just
And
get
like, well, one of them I
canceled.
can't remember which is which because the two of them are very similar shows.
They both have Jer in the name.
But whichever one had Skeet Ulrich in it, they found out like a few
Jericho?
episodes before that it was going to be canceled, so they tried to like wrap it up real fast, like it within one episode,
yeah.
and it just turned out shitty.
Was one of those Oliphant?
No,
Which one? Oh, Justified is one he's in, right?
yeah, Justified's really good.
Other J shows.
So, what do you guys think shows that should come back or didn't get to live as long as they should have?
Well, I already think that about Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. I mean, we're not getting any more of that. and you've never heard of it, I can tell already.
I'm sorry.
What is that?
The blank faces on all of our faces. The blank.
Is that a Canadian show?
No, it's not a Canadian show. Actually, Morpheus introduced me to this one. It's a guy who runs a detective agency, but he runs it holistically. So he doesn't look for clues or anything like that. He just waits till things happen that lead him to something happening.
So he's like the lazy man detective.
He's run
That
by
sounds
the
kinda
universe.
interesting.
Yeah.
So does he believe in like divine providence? Like it's all gonna work out? Because
Not
it's
like
supposed to.
Yes, he does actually. Not because of like a god kind of thing, but the universe just makes it happen that way. Because
He gets those emails from the universe telling him every day that he's wonderful.
My favorite part is, Chucky, the murderous doll, of course.
Yeah.
His daughter is in it as a holistic assassin. And the universe just leads her to people who need to be killed. And
Chucky's daughter?
Yeah. Brad Dourif's daughter,
I
Fiona
think he
Dourif.
means
Yeah.
the actor.
Brad Dourif.
It's Chucky.
Yeah.
Not a doll.
It's beyond Luke right now. No one can see this.
Luke's brain.
My
is
brain
The
exploded.
guy who
is
plays
not
Chucky
comprehending.
is a person
Okay.
who
Brad
has a
Dourif.
daughter.
It's a person who has a child.
I was very confused.
Anyway, she's
The doll had a child.
I'm like, Chucky had a kid? Is that what's
Chucky
like,
did have a
Bri-
kid
actually,
also, though.
after Bride of
Wasn't that
Chucky.
with Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah.
Was it?
Anyway, she's a holistic assassin, so she just goes places and everyone she meets, she kills.
I feel like I need to watch this show.
How do you holistically
And then
kill
be
I feel
someone?
like
sad.
that's just called a psychopath or some sort of
No,
serial killer.
it's not, because the reason is nothing can happen to her. Like, you can fire a gun right at her. At one point, she grabs a revolver to make a point that she can't be killed, and she fires one into the air, it fires, she puts it to her head, fires, it doesn't go. Fires in the air, click, bam.
Wow.
Click.
Oh.
You're spoiling it for me. I want to watch this.
Well, then you should watch it. But there's one part, it's like, she's just saying, okay, I gotta get back on track. I gotta stop not killing people, because it makes the universe mad. And she sees a guy across the street, and she's like, hey, you! And he's like, what? And
So
then
is she
a car
like the
slams
Angel of
into
Death?
him. No,
Is she like the Angel of Death,
she's a
kind of?
holistic assassin. The universe
Okay.
designates that certain
means.
people have to die, and she just happens to kill them.
Well, that's the Angel of Death, but just in a different term.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's the one that carries out what the universe
Yeah,
says.
She's the Grim
right? So-
Reaper.
Kinda,
Yeah, she's the Grim
Well,
Reaper.
Kinda, yeah.
I guess.
An accidental one, though. Like, she's
Kinda.
not doing it on purpose. It's just the
Well,
universe
sometimes
But
she
she
does.
knows.
She
Yeah,
knows.
she knows.
Uh,
Clearly.
So then it's not
Yeah.
really accidental at that point.
Yeah.
No.
There's one part from
It's
season
like
2, which I
weird.
won't spoil anything. But,
Good. You already did.
Yeah.
but there's an entire army coming. And she's been on a no-kill pledge that she's been trying to avoid people. But they accidentally kill someone who was nice to her. So it just cuts off with her picking up a chainsaw and walking towards them.
That's good. And then there's no more episodes ever?
Is she also adorable?
No.
No.
Oh. I don't know why I thought of the episode of Family Guy where the Grim Reaper like sprains his ankle and Peter has to take over.
Yeah.
And they're like, go kill all the people from Dawson's Creek. So he gets on the plane, but he can't do it. Like he decides he can't kill
Yeah.
the cast of Dawson's Creek.
You know what?
I don't want to wait
Yeah.
for my life to be. That's Paula Cole, by the way. He didn't know who she was.
No.
Whenever somebody said her name the other day, I'm like, it's the Dawson's Creek chick. She doesn't shave her armpits. That girl.
Oh, I don't want to know
A
about
lot
the
of
other
girls
people.
don't shave their armpits.
So the zip code for Beverly Hills was
90210.
okay. Do you know what it is for Dawson's Creek?
No.
90108.
Wow. Did you hear me slap him? Jesus
Abuse.
Christ.
Spousal abuse.
That's
Live.
amazing. I don't know. I'm
Not
going to have
live.
to tell Ross. I'm going to ask him when I see him. How do you say it again?
90108.
90108.
Just sing the song and you say it.
Oh, I'm so doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate you.
That's brilliant, actually.
No, you're not.
Mhm.
Any other shows that got canceled too
Constantine.
soon?
Too soon.
Constantine, the
well,
TV show?
I forgot about that, definitely.
I want that to come back. I think Netflix should definitely pick that up.
Please, Netflix.
It's not canceled, but I finally finished Preacher season 1, and that's pretty good.
Oh, we need to finish.
We started it, but
She didn't
Some
like
kinda
it.
gets-
I
Some
kinda,
I don't
episodes
know.
are slow, but then
Yeah,
some
it
are
was a
really
little-
good.
we saw like what 3 or 4.
I
maybe?
liked, okay, so I don't really like the preacher himself,
You like the
but
vampire
I
guy?
like the vampire guy. Like, he's awesome.
Oh yeah,
If the
that's
show
because
was
he's
about just him.
like crazy as shit.
Mhm.
Everyone likes crazy people.
Is he Scottish? Is it or Welsh?
Crazy alcoholic fucking
I don't know.
vampires.
Is he supposed to be like
Awesome.
Welsh or something? I think
Something, yeah. I don't know.
his accent is tick.
What's that?
What's that
mean?
even mean?
Oh. It's tick.
It's like a gypsy accent.
We don't like Dex?
You like Dags?
You don't like Dex?
God damn it!
What else?
Snatch is a good movie.
They should have
Reboot.
properly finished Angel. Would have been nice.
God damn it! Reboot. Oh my god! Aren't they bringing that back? Didn't Dick talk about that?
I
Yeah,
think
he
they did
like
bring
a
it
year
back.
ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Reboot.
Yeah, reboot of reboot. Freaks and Geeks was a good one.
Oh yeah,
It was
dang
only like
it!
two-
it was really short, and it was
like
so
2 series,
good.
I think,
and
wasn't
that
it?
whole crew got super famous.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
all
Yeah, it
do
would cost $1
million
billion
things now.
to do that.
Oh yeah, it would.
He was in Spider-Man. The super nerdy
Oh.
dude with the big glasses, lanky.
yeah.
What's his name? It's not Marvin. Melvin.
You had to ask me, otherwise I could have told you. Martin.
Martin
Yeah, it's Martin something.
something or other. Anyway, he was in Spider-Man and he was funny.
He was a teacher, basically the same role he played in Community.
Yeah, he was
On
like
one
the
episode.
UN dude. I have a reminder here for you, Grim, that you wanted
What?
to talk about a crazy hospital morning guy. What the fuck
Oh.
does that mean?
I don't know. Story time with Grim.
Story time with Grim, everybody. Let me get my drink here.
So, what, 2-3 weeks ago, I was going to start work, like, early, because I didn't want to work extra late. So it's 6 a.m, I'm getting in my car. I live next to the police department.
Fuck, that's early. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's either that or I start at 7 and someone stops me because they see me. I'd rather not run into people.
Understandable.
Oh, so anyway, someone runs into me anyway, and he's like, I can't get into the police department. It's like, oh, okay, what do you want me to do about that? Like, I can't fix that. So he's like, can you give me a ride to the hospital?
Why do people stop you all the time?
Oh man.
He looks super approachable in
Did he
real
stick
life or
his hand
something.
in through the fucking window and like
No,
shake your hand like that other guy?
No, he was knocking on the door of the car, and obviously, like, I'm really tired. I haven't had coffee yet, so I opened the door instead of starting the car and rolling it down. I'm like, what? So I was like, no, I'm not gonna drive you to the hospital. I don't even know you.
Hmm.
I said it nicer than that, but basically that. Like, no. And
You're
he's
like, I'm on my way
okay.
to work, dude. I'm not
Yeah.
a taxi.
I'm
Well,
like,
you
it's
might
a
have a
work
hatchet.
car. Like, I don't know. So he's like, can you call 911 for me? I was like, I guess. Are you sure you want me to? Like, are you going to stay right here? He's like, yeah, I'll be right here. So I start dialing 911. I dial it. It takes 5 rings to pick up. Which, why?
Yeah.
Thank you, New York, for that.
And
God,
I look
I'm
next to
city.
me, and I look in my rearview mirror, and he's
He's running.
running away.
Yeah.
God damn
And I'm
it.
like, what the fuck is happening? So they pick up as he's running away. I'm like, this guy just really wanted me to call 911. I didn't say that he
Ran
wanted to go to
off.
the hospital,
Yeah.
but I said he seemed kind of out of it and distraught and needed some help. So they're like, describe him. Where do you live? All this other
Oh,
stuff. I was like, well, they
God.
better catch this guy because I don't want to get in trouble for just calling 911.
Right.
You wouldn't get in
And-
trouble for that.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
that's what he's trying to do. He's like, I'm gonna get this guy to call 911.
Right.
Run away.
So I hang up. I described him after that and everything. So I hung up. I see probably the one police officer working leave and go look for him in the direction where I said he was running. And I'm sitting there on my phone, just sitting in my car still. And I look up, and it's 5 minutes or so later, and he comes around the other side of the police department.
And
I was like,
he was
And
He's
he's
getting
yeah,
cold.
exactly. So he like waves at me, and I was like, so I start my car to go follow the police officer, and I find the police officer. I shine my high beams at him. I beat my horn. Nothing. He doesn't even
Wow.
stop. How do you flag down a police officer?
New York City style, you guys.
Oh,
Classic
man.
New York
Like, should
City
I have just
style.
hit him, or
That's
my dad said I should have just peeled out.
Yeah. That would have probably
That
done
gets their attention real quick.
it. Yeah.
But anyway,
Just
eventually,
bump
like,
some
I
bass.
get back over by the house, and I'm like, oh, I hope the officer comes by. And he's at the front of the building, where like the fire trucks and stuff come out, so it's kind of well lit. And he was wearing a Carhartt jacket. So the police officer is going down the front of it and sees him and does like a Yui and pulls in and like he's like checking his eyes out and stuff. So I was like, nice. Oh, good. But I'm like,
Christ.
What the fuck?
That's ridiculous.
Like,
have,
I thought I was
going
gonna
to
die.
Shit happened to you.
It's because it's New York. It's like insane there. They got goddamn Ninja Turtles, for fuck's sake.
That's like the time I got jumped walking home once because 2 kids thought that I was the guy that
Oh, yeah, I
the day
remember
before.
that.
Punched you in the back of the
a long
head.
time ago. Yeah. It was like the back side. I don't know. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'd never be surprised by that because I'm always secretly hoping.
I wasn't
when I'm
surprised
out at
because
night,
I knew
I'm
it was going to
come on,
happen.
attack me. Like, I'm
Like,
not
I
here.
was on the
running
phone. Yeah. I was like, if I hang up, someone jumped me. And it happened like minutes later.
Oh, man. New York problems.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Basically.
New York City style.
Bicycle.
Oh,
alley.
we were watching Spider-Man, right? And you know how Spider-Man's has to be in a city to be effective, right? Because
So New
they
York
actually
City?
and they actually allude to it in the movie because he goes to a suburb at one
And
point.
he's like, shoots his web and there's nothing for it to catch because there's like no tall
that's
buildings.
pretty
He's
funny.
like, oh shit.
So
And
he
he
just
just
gotta
takes
run.
off running. He's like, this sucks.
I was like, yeah,
It was really funny.
yeah.
How long does his webs
old
last
joke.
anyway?
2 hours. I think is
That's not too bad.
is the formula he had in the movie.
That's according to Lugal, which is
No.
Luke Google.
It literally
We're
said
not
it in the
doing this.
movie because he shot Donald Glover's hand with it and like stuck it to a car.
Oh,
and
you're
he's
right.
like,
He
2
did
hours.
say
That'll
it.
wear off in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I was
'Cause it
happy
would
to see
suck
him in the movie.
if the next morning they had to have like a Spider-Man cleanup crew that like scrapes the stuff off
Just
buildings.
goes around the city.
Yeah.
No wonder
so
he's a
this
menace.
It's a menace,
Menace.
tell you.
Now
This
Spider-Man's
week-
a menace.
Or I guess last
Gosh,
week when this
Jameson.
goes out, we went to a Super Bowl party on Luke's birthday. Cue Luke's birthday greeting card that he got.
Timestamp.
And then we'll come back and I'll finish the story.
Just keep going.
Write
We're
it
gonna
down
leave
as-
we're gonna leave this
forget.
in.
We're not leaving this
Just
in.
do it.
I'll forget.
I won't.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the CoGPod this whole year. This is the break to say happy birthday to Luke, who turned 35. And he gets special jingle cats for his birthday. Here we go. I'm gonna play the whole thing.
No, you're not. Luke, you're fucking old.
We're gonna get
No, he's not.
popped for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
There's
it's
no
gonna
copyright
happen.
infringement on Happy Birthday anymore.
Someone's
No, there's not,
squeezing
that's
a
right.
cat in that.
Every cat here just freaked out.
And then a bark in the middle.
I know, fuck
Yeah.
that dog. Anyway, so we go to this Super Bowl birthday party, and everybody there is rooting for the Eagles, even though we hate them because fuck Tom Brady. At
How do
this
you
point.
feel?
I just told you.
What did Tom
So I
Brady
was like
do?
super excited. Tom
He
Brady
existed.
made a deal with the devil. Like he went to the crossroads.
What's wrong with
Sam and
deals
Dean
with
will
the
find him
devil?
at one point. He went to the crossroads,
Nick, do you remember this?
called up a demon, made a deal, but he got 20 years and Giselle. Like, for fuck's sake, can you be any greedier?
Double
Yeah, but it
down.
finally ended.
Hopefully.
Nah.
They didn't break
He'll
his arm
probably
or anything
retire
like I was
crying.
hoping.
It's only been like 16 years, so he's got a little bit left.
He's got a little bit of time still. So that was a lot of fun. Met a lot of new people and drank quite a bit because they kept like, let's do shots for Luke's birthday. Like,
Who does
every
shots?
few minutes.
What's wrong with you guys?
And so we're like, fine. And they're like, are you going to do another one? I'm like, of course, I'm not going to say no. They're like, I love you. So I just keep doing shots. And then everybody had to go to work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, fuck. Like, we were dragging ass. And at work, like, everybody called in, but like 4 of us. Not a damn person showed up.
I did read that it's the least productive day of the year
It was
for American workforce because either people don't show up or if they do, all they do is talk about the game. And so, call it Super Sick Monday.
Oh, I was really hungover.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. I don't get hangovers often. I don't know why.
I think it's because we drink late.
Must be.
We don't stay up late anymore. Well, if I do, I'm playing video games.
What's it like being old?
Sucks.
I like it. I like being old.
Mid-30s now.
I wish I slept more. I just don't sleep.
Me
You
neither,
should
I'm so
start.
tired.
It's good for you.
Shut up.
And then when I do sleep, I have like terrible nightmares. I'm like, God dang it.
Or you
Can't ever
toss
get a
and turn,
break.
or you wake up
Yeah.
a lot.
There's like 7 cats piled on top of me,
I
suffocating
got
me.
told by downstairs Nick, he's like, just sleep more. I'm like, it's not that easy.
It's really not.
Yeah, just sleep more, bro.
No,
That's
fuck
what
you.
Luke says. He's like, just go to sleep. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. I didn't try that for 20 years now.
It's a novel concept.
You got to take control of your dreams. Like, do what Freddy Krueger does.
No, I know that people are wired differently and
I'm
can't shut
wired.
their brain off. Like, I've always been able to fall asleep anywhere. Like, we
You
used to
could fall asleep literally right
I
now
can
if you
fall
weren't
asleep
talking.
anywhere, but I just don't
Yeah.
sleep well.
Hmm.
There's just something about it. Like, I have passed out with my head on my desk and then woken up an hour later like, oh, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I'm a very light sleeper as well. A butterfly lands like outside the window, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Just wake up.
Yeah, last
Earthquake.
night I get into bed and she didn't wake up at all. She was snoring.
I don't snore. You
Girls
are such
don't
a liar.
It was adorable.
No, it's not. I don't snore. I do that really loud
was
half
drool-like.
snore. Yeah, like mouth
gonna-
breathing snore.
I'm gonna
Like,
record it. Yeah.
like it's more like that than a real snore.
You're
Next
gonna
time.
record it.
There's
It's
an
like my
app.
hands just over the top
There's
of my
there's
head.
an app that lets you record. Like, it'll automatically turn on if it detects snoring, like pattern.
You don't want that because then when you fart at night, it's going to turn on and record it. And I'm
It's
gonna
not a
play that for
pattern. I don't
everybody.
fart in patterns.
Do you?
You
I don't
don't?
know.
Oh
Sure?
man.
Too little, one big. Too little, one big.
No, it's usually like one loud, long, unexpected one when it hits him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh God, what was that?"
I can get a good one in the morning usually. If I need to.
Luke, stop stepping on toads.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Like, it's kind of, it's a question at
It's
the
a
end.
trombone.
That's the car starting up in the morning. The body's getting ready to go.
Luke wakes up with a war toot.
That's right.
It's not quite like that.
Do you get buffs?
Yeah. Self-improvement buff. Then I run faster.
Oh God. I also watched Train to Busan because Nick and everybody in life. Once I heard it once, like, you know how that scientific thing is, you hear it like 700 times.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about this movie, even though it's
We mentioned
years
that
old.
concept earlier already in this episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh. So I watched it, and I was tweeting about it and talking on Facebook about it with like the Austin Horror Society people. And I was like,
I
this
joined that,
movie?
by the way.
You did. So this movie is what The Walking Dead wished and hoped that it could have been.
Literally said that when Nick did.
Yeah, because The Walking Dead sucks. And every other zombie movie sucks in
But The
comparison to
Walking
this
Dead
movie.
used to be good. Everyone
Not
says
as
that.
good as this.
No.
for sure.
Watch this movie and you will change your
Did they
mind.
kill a child?
It doesn't matter. And I'm not going to tell you.
It does matter.
I'm not going to tell you what they do because you need
It
to actually
matters to
watch
me.
it.
No. I don't watch
You don't even
anything.
notice the subtitles after like 30 seconds because you're
Too much
so
of a weeb.
drawn in. And I cried like
Oh, the
I had
ending
an
was-
ocean pouring out of my face.
Man, you're so emotive
That's-
with your hands.
I
when
haven't
you're
cried that much
talking
in like
about
She's
this.
Italian.
since Gossip Girl was on.
Cry.
Amanda, are you Italian?
What? No. Why?
They talk
What?
with their hands.
Do they? I hadn't noticed. I don't know why I do that. I don't know where I got that from.
Part Irish, part mime.
Mime.
Mimerish.
I'm mimerish.
Jesus.
But watch the movie. 8 out of 8 stars. Fucking just go watch it. I don't
Yep.
even like zombie movies, but you
Exactly.
have to watch
Yep.
it.
Because this is a zombie movie
Also-
that's about the people, not the zombies.
Not even. Their zombies were way better. The makeup was way better. The zombie acting was better. The
Luke,
effects
you
were
need to
better.
tone it down.
The storytelling was better. All of it was better. They did it a million times better than any American filmmaker has done it.
Do you see why it was so hard to talk
I
about Train
challenge
to
you.
Busan and what was the other one now?
Versus Wormwood. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're completely different, though.
Yeah, it is different.
Wormwood's got
categories.
its own wonderfulness, but
Yeah.
Train to Busan is like Oscar-worthy wonderfulness. Like,
Yeah.
I wish they did. They
Morpheus's
really
version
do
was
that.
pretty good too.
What do you mean?
when he did it on Death by
Death
Horror.
by Horror.
Oh, I didn't.
It was pretty. That was probably
Way
one
to
of the
go.
most fun ones, I thought.
That was a
better
fun
one?
one.
Yeah.
I'll go back and listen to it.
None
Speaking
went
of I Morpheus. I Morpheus and Richard are going to be on again for the Horror Cast Part 2.
Yeah.
When I'm in, so y'all are going to put that out the weekend that I have surgery, so it'll be like the first weekend in April.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pre-record it beforehand, and it's going to be the two of them. I'm going to host, and then Cake Wolf from CakeWolf.com, our good buddy that does crazy stuff online, will be on with us for that as well.
Oh, I'm pumped.
We're going to record
This is
that
exciting.
ahead of time.
We're going to try to get Bader on for 69.
Yeah. Oh, we need to send him a message. Bader, we need you on episode 69, please, sir. And then Luke and I on the weekend of the 24th of February, which when this goes out, will probably be that weekend. We're going to be on Cake Wolf's podcast doing sci-fi trivia.
Maybe.
We've been boning up on. There's no maybe.
No,
We
I
already,
mean, maybe
like,
this will probably go out before that.
maybe. Maybe not. We're a little behind. Our dates got all jacked up. So look forward to
This
those
is the
things
good
going out.
direction
I'm
to
sorry,
be
we're
behind
jacked.
on, though. Like, we're
Yeah.
actually ahead,
It's better to
actually.
be ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, not behind. We're ahead.
Yeah.
So I'll tweet when those things go out, just so y'all know. Also, shit. What's today's date?
7th?
Oh,
Why
I didn't mean
would
to
you-
timestamp
why would you
it. Sorry.
timestamp it?
Because
Dang.
we're...
Hold on.
Everybody follow
I'll
me on
delete
Twitter.
that.
No, don't delete it. Everybody
Hold on,
follow
wait.
me on Twitter because we're doing the Valentine's Love Your CoGPod fan Steam key giveaway. It's like the longest title
Didn't
ever.
you say that in the last episode, though, so we can just use it there?
It doesn't matter. We'll say it again. Follow me on Twitter anyway. We're fun.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna
Has the
how
last
far we are
episode been
behind.
released?
No.
we haven't even done that one yet.
is that,
That's what I'm saying. We can delete
It's not time for
Whatever.
it yet, though. It's not
Didn't
time
I
for it
remind
yet.
you
Who
yesterday?
cares?
I've been playing Monster Hunter, all right?
So
We're
have I.
gonna
I beat
edit
it.
it today.
No, don't worry.
all
It's
right?
not
Wait, guys.
time for it yet till this weekend.
Guys,
Yeah.
I beat a video game.
What did you beat?
Monster Hunter.
Monster
beat it?
Hunter.
Beat
Yeah.
the story.
Nice.
I beat the story. That's beating a game. You beat the
It
story.
is.
I think you sent proof earlier. Like, there was
Yeah, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Proof of life.
I saw that. I didn't comment
Proof
because I don't
of
give a
life.
shit, but... Just kidding.
Why? You didn't even retweet it. I hate you. God. Ah.
Nick tweets all the time, but he just ignores everybody else's tweets because he's like, mine are more important. Fuck everybody else.
Oh, I have news. You remember how we had that well, it wasn't really a problem where if you go to our hashtag, I'm the only one of us
Yeah.
that shows
Show
up as a
just
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
It also put me on the hashtag for my game, which no one else uses, but I don't know what the criteria is to become a person there, and we still don't know because you tweet way more than me.
Yeah.
So
you
if
have
you
it
use
in your
TweetDeck,
profile,
it
you
shows
have it in
up
your
for
name.
everyone, though.
What's that?
Does it?
If you use TweetDeck, everyone shows up.
Oh, does it?
Really?
Okay.
Yes. So
No,
it's
so it
just
must just be the-
it's just a if you click it on normal Twitter stuff.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Oh.
I
So
wonder what
use
that is.
TweetDeck on PC.
Yeah, that's what I use now. It's way better.
We're not sponsored by TweetDeck.
No,
But if you want to, just
Oh, they
contact
won't
us.
even goddamn verify us. For
They're not.
Christ's
They won't
sakes.
even verify us.
Actually, there's not even a page to do it anymore.
There's not.
They're redoing the process, which is probably like
Ah.
not letting us do it anyway.
It's gonna make
but-
you-
that might be
harder
a
for
good
us to
thing,
do it.
though.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're getting better while YouTube's getting worse.
Oh, that would be
God,
nice.
YouTube sucks so bad.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
not
happy
awake.
with them.
90108. I hate you. So
You've
you
had too many beers. You're singing. You need to stop.
He's only had like a half seas.
You need
not
to
even
stop.
a beer.
You want to answer some questions?
Sure.
We have
Yeah.
just a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question comes from Amberfin. Amber F-E-N. Amberfin. And we were talking about this like in chat today or yesterday, so it's kind of
Yesterday, not today. We
Yesterday?
weren't talking today because I was working.
like okay.
Luke was bothering me.
SpaceX had a successful launch of their Falcon Heavy rocket. I don't know what that is.
It's big. yeah. Big
It was a
If
car
you're any
rocket.
kind of space or sci-fi nerd, clearly I'm not, then that's pretty exciting. How do you feel about this, and what does it mean for the future? What kind of
I know what it
rocket
means.
is it?
They had a successful space
There was a
launch.
Tesla car.
Yeah.
Everybody's had
On it.
like you can just
Successful.
launch.
Well, yeah, but the SpaceX had their own program for a while now, and they
It's not
launched.
NASA.
Yeah, it's not it's not.
I know it's private, but
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. Everybody.
I mean, that
we've launched
kinda
into
is a
space
big
million
deal.
Times.
Yeah, but NASA, not private.
NASA's done it.
Like, this is the first private corporation to successfully do it, which means that it's basically competition now. It's a market.
Right, so someone else can do this, meaning more can show up.
Well, for a
Meaning that
minute,
more
until
jobs
the
can
government
show up.
decides that they can't.
Well,
Well,
there's
that's
more
until
to
that
it than
happens.
that, too. The Falcon Heavy is the first reusable one. Like, NASA
then
throws
NASA could,
millions and
buy
millions of dollars
that.
away
Yeah.
every time they launch. Like, they just throw that
Hundreds of
shit away.
millions.
And the other thing is this has 2 times the thrust of any rocket that's ever existed.
That's and they put a Tesla Roadster in it.
Yeah, I don't
and
understand that
Had
part,
a live
really.
feed.
Why did they
Why
put a
not?
car in it?
Elon Musk donated it.
But
Right.
why
Wait,
couldn't
hold
they
on,
just
hold
put
on,
a
hold
camera?
on, hold on.
No.
Nick.
They had to test.
Nick, hold on.
What?
Release the Grim Van on this
Oh,
episode.
you're allowing
Oh
me to?
my god!
Why?
Because he
That's
really
what the
wants
picture
to.
was.
It was
you have to
basically
do
the
it.
Grim
Oh,
Van.
going into outer
except-
space, though.
It's
Yeah.
been banished for
Okay.
a long time.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
So
think-
that's
I
a
think
that's
someone
a big
talked
deal.
to you.
So go to the website to look at this picture because Grimm has said for the longest that we were never going to post it, but now he just said.
So it's
the
going to be on the
reasoning-
banner.
There you
Maybe.
go. Did you
Yeah.
predict
Because-
this, like this moment, that this would be the time to re-release it?
I was going to hold out because so many people just really wanted to see it, but
Okay.
Yeah. But no, there was a live feed of Spaceman, and it was not really a person, but it was a suit sitting in the driver's seat of it, and it was actually
With
going
its
through
hand on
space,
the wheel.
and it was playing. It was playing Bowie.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. But it was one of Elon Musk's actual cars, right? Like it was his personal roadster, I guess.
probably.
And they had to test the payload capacity, and instead of just putting like dead weight on there, they put a car because they're cool.
I mean, why not? Shit,
Yeah.
he owns Tesla. Who cares?
Oh, there was another fact too. It cost 1/3 of what it costs to make a disposable rocket for him to make a reusable one.
Wow.
So
So
how
this
does-
is big deal.
How is it reusable? Like,
It comes back.
if nobody's in it, is it just
It's like
like
a
flown
yo-yo.
remotely?
Computers.
And it's just going to land on its own.
Science,
We're relying
bitch.
on it to land
I
on
don't
its own
know if it's
without
actually-
it being
is that
tested.
I don't
trademark?
think it's actually landing anywhere, is it?
Well, if it's reusable, it has to come back.
Yeah, it does land, and it actually lands upright and everything. There's no parachutes and shit with it. It's pretty crazy.
What?
Yeah, I saw earlier tests on it. It's
didn't see
pretty
all that.
futuristic.
Wow.
Has it come back yet?
No, it's going to Mars, isn't it?
well,
No, the car's going to Mars.
Oh,
Oh, they
okay.
overshot it a little bit. It's going into an asteroid field, which is probably not
Oh
good.
shit!
Not good for it, but
Jesus Christ.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's expecting
So
his
from-
car to come back.
No.
from what I saw, it looked like a Sniper said he had a few friends that were working on this project too, which is
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Inside scoop. Because I'm just
Well,
like,
he probably-
if it's going to
he probably can't
land
hear
on
about
like
it, but-
Friday, I just want advance notice in case it misses. Like I can be, maybe I'll go to the bunker.
In your
think
bomb
it's
shelter,
gonna
that
do?
you
I'll go to the
own?
bomb shelter.
Mm.
Let's go down to the bunker.
Where did it actually launch from? Wasn't it California?
I don't know. It's somewhere that
Is
NASA
this-
has a base because they
SpaceX is
lost it
in-
from there.
Well, I was going to say SpaceX is in Texas.
Well, one of them. There's also a site in California. That's where the rocket exploded, wasn't it? Wasn't
Dang it,
California?
Callie.
I'm pretty sure
I have no idea.
that their test site in California was where the one exploded last year.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
We talked about it on here.
Luke, we don't talk about explosions.
So there was a second part to that question that said if you had a chance to go into unexplored space, but it meant you likely wouldn't come back, would you do it? 100% yes. Sorry, Luke. Bye.
Wow.
Nah, I've seen Event Horizon.
What if? Wow. Yeah. Event
That's a
Horizon's
once
pretty
in a
creepy.
lifetime opportunity. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, once in a lifetime because you're gone.
I don't even care.
Eh,
I'm out.
I don't know.
I don't
think
know if
it
I
would
do
depend
unexplored.
on the moment that I was asked.
I think it would also depend on the circumstances, like, are you planning on coming back? Like, is it a round trip, or are you just going as far as you can until you find something?
Wouldn't matter to me either way. I'm going. If I had the chance to go, I'm going.
Is
Nick?
it solo?
I don't know.
It doesn't specify.
That would be a big difference.
If anyone else is going, I'm not going.
See,
So
mine's
you'd
the
rather go
opposite. If I was
mad by
going
yourself?
alone, then I might not go.
I don't
But
want
if
to
there was
deal
a
with
crew,
someone
then
for
I
all
would go.
eternity.
You'd
I
have
wouldn't
to-
mind that.
As long as you had an AI.
You're gonna live for eternity.
I am. They're not, but
Damn it, Nick.
Nick's
I
gonna
guess you
find the
could
secret out
murder
there.
people.
what?
You could go with multiple people, Nick, and you could kill them.
They would make a scary
Oh, that would be
movie
funny.
out
I
of
could
it.
put on the
Yeah, just
camera and they
film
couldn't
it.
catch me. I'd be like, what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Just send it back to Earth. It gets back to Earth like
Oh my
130 years later. There's
You
nothing they
would
can
be
do about it.
so famous.
Most famous
This is just the
killer
most
ever.
brilliant
That guy.
sci-fi horror movie that has ever
I
been
did
thought
it.
up.
Let's do it.
Actually, I'm pretty
Oh
sure this
my
has
God.
happened in a lot of sci-fi horror movies.
Yeah, but
By
they didn't film it
aliens.
to send it back to become YouTube famous. Like that'd be
Yeah, and then
premise that would
the
be
people
really
on Earth are
funny.
trying to figure out how to get someone to save them. But
it's too
time
late.
But
is
they wouldn't get the
counting down.
transmission until
Yeah,
it's
they
like
would.
years later.
No, it's not that slow.
Yeah, it is.
They have almost instantaneous.
I don't think
like,
it
to
is
the moon.
anymore.
Oh, well, either way.
It could be
There's
in
no
the
way to
near
get to
future
them.
anyway. That
Amanda, you haven't looked at space stuff in forever. Jeez.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I
Well,
don't
think
care.
about
That's why.
like there is actual satellite internet, and latency is only like 250 milliseconds. So,
I don't even know what those words mean.
so like how long
Fast.
it takes for the signal to get to the satellite and back down is like a quarter of a second.
Oh. Just say instant then. That's almost
It's a
instant.
near.
anyway, small plot point. We could say this is 2 years from now or something. You know,
Yeah.
so that would be
You can
so
make that
funny.
you can make that into a game, Nick.
Well, that might be difficult.
Survival space horror.
It could be an asymmetric survival space horror.
Roguelike.
You're never coming back. It
Just a
doesn't
roguelike
matter
in
what
the
No, but
title,
you're
remember?
the killer. You're the killer and you're
Yeah.
trying
Oh.
to murder the crew.
Dead by Daylight in
Dead by
space.
Daylight
Yeah,
in
basically.
space.
Basically.
Which would be
Dead
good
by
because you
moonlight.
have Freddy in
Dead by
space. You
space.
have Pinhead's been in space.
Exactly. Jason's been in space.
I think the only
We
one
do
that
all of
hasn't
that.
been in space is Chucky.
Chucky in space.
Chucky in space.
This is what murder looks like in zero gravity.
But can you imagine? Everyone's expecting it to be right professional, and you get on, like, the TV snaps up, it's live feed to everyone on the planet. And you're like, look what I'm doing, try and stop me.
Just stabbing.
The cops are never going to get here in
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Psychotic, I love it. Good idea.
So
However,
the first part of the question was, what does it mean for our futures that
How
this
did
has happened?
that turn into that?
I don't know. We get off the real quick with this crew. But I think that it's, we've been watching all the Alien movies. Like we watched Prometheus and then Covenant and now we're about to watch Alien because we're trying to get through all of them before Cake Wolf's show. And I'm like, man, they were ahead of their time because that's going to have to happen. Like at some point we're killing this planet and we got to go somewhere else. So we need Elon Musk to save the human race and he might do it. If somebody's going to do it, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
as long as he
Yeah.
doesn't let me on his savior ships, it'll be fun.
You kill everybody. He loads it up with 200,000 passengers
Mhm.
that we put into cryo
That's a lot.
sleep. And Nick just straight murders
Yeah.
everybody.
And the transmission
Nick, have you
bag's going to be fuck the human race. We're not going anywhere.
And then that's it.
Nick, have you seen Alien Covenant?
Yes, I like those movies.
So you're the robot.
You're the robot.
You're
You're
literally-
David. You're Robot Fastbender. That's who you're going to
I'm
be.
totally cool with that.
in
I
this
like
scenario.
that. That character's really cool. He's my hero.
Man,
Space hero.
space hero.
Spiro.
Spiro.
Spyro the Dragon?
Oh, that's an old one.
Grim just shakes his head. It's like, no.
Grim likes to ignore us when we go off on these tangents like this. He's like, good God, these fucking people. How do I know these people?
I don't know.
He's like, Minecraft sucks. How do we get to know these people? Oh, speaking of, we are going to do Minecraft, but we're not going to make it into a YouTube series like we originally thought. So those of us that are going to play on every Saturday or as many Saturdays as we can manage to all be
We might
on.
just also randomly play.
But we'll be streaming it instead. So the point is follow on Twitch as well, which is linked. All of the stuff is linked from the website. So cogpod.net, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. And then when we go live, you can interact with us while we play Minecraft. Because it's easier to do it that way rather than bothering with YouTube that's not ever going to pay us or do anything for us anyway.
I think it's just a little more relaxed this way too, so people can
Right.
come and go as they want.
We
They
can
don't
actually
have to have,
interact
like, a
with people, and we don't
strict
have to
schedule of recording.
Right. We can
and-
just chill and Minecraft and hang out
Yeah.
with people in chat. So follow us on Twitch and Twitter, and we'll tell you when we're going live. And
Twitcher.
stuff. Twitcher. I'm a Twitcher. We have another question. Unless you guys have any more thoughts on SpaceX in the future. The future.
No, I think we did as good as we can do with that.
I mean,
Morpheus sent Luke a happy birthday message from the future.
he did. Because he's hours ahead of us.
14 hours ahead of us. Okay. Next question. How would you say that? Loan rights? Loaner rights?
Sure.
Sure. Lone Rights 55 says, 2018 looks to be the year of remakes, and then the examples were Milan, Tomb Raider, Scarface, and The Crow. Do you like reboots? Is there anything you'd like to see rebooted? Oh, that's like very similar. So instead of TV shows, movies being rebooted.
He also forgot about Lion King.
Oh, yeah, live action Lion King's coming out.
Oh,
Actually, I don't even know if it's live action yet. Well, we know it's live action. We just don't know if it's people live action or live action animals. Like
Claymation.
So.
CG.
I-
Crow I would like to see redone because I think it would be cool. That was Brandon Lee.
No, they are doing it. I'm trying to remember who is.
Oh, you can look it up while I talk
be.
about it. So
It's
The Crow is
Jason
really,
Momoa,
really
I
good.
think.
And if it's Jason Momoa, oh my God, I'm going to lose my shit, y'all.
I think it is.
Pretty sure.
I remember
he
seeing
is the
it.
finest man ever. So the original Crow was so good, but it would be good to see it redone where you can get better effects and see how it's done. There it is right there. Reboot Sony.
I hope the
There you
curse don't get him.
I know, right? Because, man,
But I guess that was more the Lee curse than it is the Crow curse.
yeah, because his dad also died. Who was it?
Yeah, Momoa.
Momoa, yes. I will watch that so hard. Also then watch it again later in private.
Whoa.
You know
Oh
what
my
I'm saying?
goodness.
He's a
Whoa.
hot, he is a sexy, sexy man. We talk about him
Whoa.
on Facebook all the time. That looks like it probably will be good. Scarface, I never saw the original, so I don't have an opinion on.
God, I saw it so long ago, I don't even remember it.
Tomb Raider, I really liked it. The one with skinny, anorexic, what's her name? Angelina Jolie.
Mhm.
When she was
Yeah, I like
the
those
Tomb
ones.
Raider. That one was good. Mulan
Oh.
might be okay, but I really, really liked the animated one, so I don't know if they could do that better.
So the last story I saw about The Crow says that the director was talking about it, but didn't mention anything about Momoa,
Oh.
who's been rumored about it. So I don't know if it's actually going to be him or not.
Maybe they just want it to be him, like they're talking to him about it.
That was in October, so
That would be great if it was, though, because he's got the look and everything. He's a little bit buffer, obviously, than
Obviously.
Brandon Lee, who was a skinny little man, but that would be cool. What reboots would you like to see? I would like to see... Man, I would want to say The Fifth Element, but you can't really do it right.
No.
So maybe not. But I'm thinking of like beloved stuff with old effects that I'd like to see with new effects.
This is a hard one because reboots have such a low success rate.
Typically, they're not great.
yeah, it is
The
really
Matrix.
tough. Oh man.
Yeah, if they could do it right, I think that would be a good one to redo.
Well, they didn't do it right the first time. So
They did Matrix right, but they didn't do Reloaded or Revolution.
You know what's funny? The
Revolution,
Wachowski brothers are so strange. Like they'd made one really great movie that was a crazy idea, and haven't done anything good since then. Like
I
at
don't
all.
think they had any idea that there were going to be 2 more movies with that.
Well, they filmed 2 and 3 at the same time.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think they were like, oh shit, we gotta come.
Yeah.
With
It's
something.
so popular,
pull
we've
this
got
out
to
of
do
our
more,
ass.
and they had no idea what the fuck to do. They're like, I don't know, go with Jesus' story. Here, take it.
Like,
you know,
let's make each other like ghost brothers. Yeah, let's do that.
so
Like,
weird.
Ghost programs.
So I have this idea. It's the same with video games. That you just have to wait long enough and stuff will get remade and remastered because people just run out of ideas.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
I
that's
mean-
all, like 2 years ago, I think that's all Hollywood really was just remakes.
It still is.
Well, it's
a
been
lot.
said for a long time. There's no original ideas. They're all just adaptations.
There's
or-
like 1 or 2 here or sequels or whatever.
Mhm.
I would say I'd like to see Annie redone, but they did, and it was awful.
Why? Because
I loved the original Annie that had like, I I don't know why. I guess when I saw this question, I must have saved this picture, but I have a picture on my phone to remind me to mention Annie because it's got Tim Curry, and it also had, oh my God, what's her name? The comedian that had her own show, Carol Burnett.
Yeah.
They were in the
Carol
original
Burnett.
Annie.
Oh my goodness.
And they were great together, and I have a shot. I'll give
I don't
it to
think
you,
that's
Nick,
the
to
original
post up.
Annie. I think the original
Yes, it
Annie was
is.
like in the 50s.
No. Well, yeah, but this is that one.
Really?
Yeah, little, like, Orphan Annie with Daddy Warbucks and all of
Jeez.
that. That was the two of them. That's like one of his most famous roles, and I'll post a picture up of that because Tim Curry, I don't know, y'all. I don't think he's going to make it out of 2018.
What?
I don't want to predict that, but I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
I'd bet against
He's
that.
been very,
If it
very
happens,
sick.
you're an awful person.
Well, no,
Yeah.
he's just been really, really sick, and he had a stroke, and he's just not doing well. But I was
I stroke
reminded.
out every day. Like,
I was reminded
Not
to
that kind of stroke.
look at him in all his glory when he was wearing his high heels and all his makeup and Rocky Horror. He was in an episode of Criminal Minds, like a double episode season finale as one of the murderers, like as a
Spoilers.
serial killer. It was so good. He looked bad even then, though, and that
Mhm.
was like years ago.
It's all them drugs.
All
It
them
might have
drugs.
been, or alcohol or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, he had a stroke, so he's not doing super great.
Man, it's really hard to think of movies like that because you don't want them to spoil like a beloved movie or franchise or something
What
that
if
you
they could?
remember.
What if they could redo Land Before Time to make it not shit?
Ah, God, are they? I think they're
Don't
still
you want a
making
Tree
Land
Star?
Before Time movies. What's that?
Don't you want a tree star?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
We watched it again a few months, like last year sometime, and it's
I
only
bet
like
you
God,
did.
It's fucking
It's only like
awful.
it's a little over an hour long to begin with. And
Yeah, it's a kids movie. Can kids sit around that long?
But
No.
most kids' movies are like an hour and a half, like 90, 80, 90 minutes or so. I think this one was shorter.
I felt bad for Rich and AJ on Cult Pop Sure. They had to watch all of them for their franchise Fortnites. There's 14 Land Before
Oh
Time.
my
movies.
God.
They had to watch all.
And they get worse as they
I
go.
just
Ooh.
quit.
I think
God
they said like the
damn.
7th or the 10th one was the best one.
How many songs did they know by the end?
Christ.
Oh, man.
They torture themselves with that freaking
Yeah, that's
franchise Fortnite shit.
But did you know the first Land Before Time was like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, it was. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Maybe, I want to say Indiana Jones, but I don't think it's soon enough. I think it's too soon. I don't think it's been long enough.
When did the Crystal Skull come out?
I don't know, like
Like 06?
07, something like that maybe.
Yeah,
It
hasn't
seems
been
like
long enough.
forever ago.
Yeah.
It does, but
Like,
it's not really.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's been long enough for a reboot. That's got to be like another 20 years.
Yeah, usually 20 years probably. It's a good time.
What do you guys think about the Solo movie coming out?
What?
Star Wars Solo?
Grim doesn't even know what
No.
you're talking about. Look at his face.
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
follow
making that-
shit.
They're making
It's a one-off from Star Wars,
It's-
and it's called Solo.
Yeah, it's the Han Solo story. Like the prequel.
I picked that part up.
Yeah, it's the prequel.
I'm not dumb.
Prequel to which one? Like where in the
No, it's like his origin story. So it's before.
Yeah.
before any of them?
So it's got to be between.
It's
Like,
like
3 and
how he
4
became
somewhere?
him.
yeah.
He's
So
just a
between
guy
3
who
and
drives
4
a
somewhere.
ship. That's like making a movie off of
Yes.
a bus driver.
Is this the guy who drives? Jesus Christ.
That's all he does. He just picks up a freaking
Hey, he
alpaca
made the Kessel
and
Run.
drives a ship.
In 11 parsecs.
He made that
Just a
up because
unit
that's
of
not even
distance.
a thing.
I know.
It's
Somebody
like,
explained that one time.
how good of a race
that it
car
was
driver are you? I'm good. I can go 28 hours per second.
Yeah,
like that's not even a measure of time.
No.
Like whenever I talk about the wind, and I'm like, man, it's moving at 4 milliliters per second. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm just.
What's
making
wrong
up
with you?
words.
You know,
I
how,
don't
when
think
they
you're-
question you, just say, I'm Han Solo, bitch.
and
I don't know
I
measure.
do what I want.
I shot first.
I kill dolphins.
then you shoot them in the toe. Whoa. That's mean.
Oh, man.
Actually, I guess it's not.
I did see a post one time, though, explaining how it could be correct because of, like, the wormholes and stuff that they use. So you actually find, like, the shortest distance for these runs.
Mm.
And so
Just
that
go watch
was-
Donnie Darko.
Do you remember the cab driver in Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Yeah?
No.
Do you?
Kind of.
All right, because I was just making it up to make a point about Han Solo.
I was like,
He's
yeah, I
not
was
getting-
like, I
he's
don't
not getting
think
his
so.
own
There-
movie.
What? No, there's not a cab. It was the person at the end.
Exactly. Like, let's say there was a cab
Don't-
driver in that
don't
movie and he gets his own
Fuck
movie.
with
Why?
me.
Do y'all remember that movie Shazam that had
No, it didn't happen. Actually, that was the Shaq movie, wasn't it?
Are we talking about Shaq?
I was like,
Shazam.
I was like, that was actually the Shaq movie, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh man, you're trying to talk about the Sinbad one that didn't actually
the
exist.
one that didn't happen.
I swear it happened.
No, it was
I'm
Kazam,
done.
wasn't it?
I'm leaving
Kazam,
early. Goodbye.
not Shazam.
Man, now I'm confused. This whole Berenstein Bears thing is confusing to me.
Berenstain Bears.
And wasn't this like one of our first episodes?
No, it was the Christmas live stream because Dino was on talking about it.
I hope some of the people who ask questions got some kind of answer out of this whole thing.
I know. I don't know if we ever answer questions because we go off like so far that I have no idea if we've even.
Well,
really,
they keep
I-
sending them.
Say
so something
goodbye,
must be
everyone.
happening.
So let's answer something about a movie.
They keep sending them, so someone must be getting
Sequels.
something out of this. So.
I think so.
The question was about reboots.
Oh, Fantastic Four. That totally needs a reboot.
Fuck.
That already had one.
Movie.
There's only been like 10
Fuck
in the
all
last
of them.
10
They're
years.
all awful. Fuck them all. Right in their asses with sandpaper and
Oh
my
spikes.
I want to see him do it right.
You don't like that?
No. Never tried it.
We're not trying to please them.
Ugh, come on. Jesus. Jesus.
I bet the Thing would like that. It'd polish some stuff up. Some sandpaper.
You don't want to polish your rocks?
What's your, what? What?
He's
I
made
s-
of rock.
I know. God bless
I'm
it.
talking about
Us-
testicles.
Yes.
He's
I
nothing
said
but testicles.
Jesus.
Well, see, the Human Torch can warm it up, and then
Nobody-
Mr. Fantastic can reach all the way around.
I'll reiterate this.
Oh,
Say
he gives
goodbye,
the best
guys.
reach arounds, I bet. What?
Grimm's had enough.
Can we please?
It's over.
I said Jesus just like that at work
Yeah.
the other day about how cold it was, and they were like, "Spell what you just said to me."
No.
And I'm like,
There's
a
an
lot of
H in
Z's
there.
here. There's an
Yeah.
H and like 4 Z's.
Yeah.
In there. What? Do we have anything else to talk about? Or are we done? Because we're just rambling.
I don't know. I was just
Grimm's
mentioning
been
about
trying
Mr.
to tell us to
Fantastic.
fuck off for like 5 minutes now, so.
Yeah, he's like,
I told you
so
I'm
done with
leaving.
you." Okay. Well, everybody say goodbye then. Go to the website, follow on Twitch and Twitter, and we will see you next week
Sure.
at some point.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Say bye. We're waiting for you to say bye, Grim.